Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the show. Today we are going into Watopia and actually do a route that we haven't done yet. So Serpentine 8 is the one that I chose for today, simply because we will be done with this rather quickly. So we're trying to take this as an endurance ride. Probably aim for somewhere around like 130 watts or so, and yeah, hopefully we'll be done with this in about an hour or so, maybe a little bit faster, maybe a little bit slower. Does not really matter to us today. We are not going to plan on doing any racing on this particular course. For those of you who followed me and saw the videos from yesterday, where I did my first time trial on the Glasgow crit circuit. Very short, just a little over 3K. Very fast, very furious, and incredibly tough. The first time around, managed to get second place with about 3.75 watts per kilo. The second time around, we were 4 seconds faster and managed 3.9 watts per kilo on average. And that actually gave us the victory in Cat C, which I was very happy about. Yeah, but my legs were kinda done by the end, and yeah, so that's why today I want to take this right here to just spin my legs out and see how they're feeling. I also had a couple of maybe an hour or so between the cool down of after the first TT and the start of the second TT, and I wasn't smart enough to put on long pants and keep my muscles warm. And although I warmed up before the second TT, yeah, there was something hurting on my quads, and I'm not quite sure of how well my right quad will react to any power demands. So that's why we do this right here. At the same time, we will hopefully unlock that route badge. You probably know by now that one of the goals for 2023 is to unlock all the route badges available up to this point. And yeah, that's the plan, to do that today, and yeah, just unlock one extra route badge. So as for power, again, I will aim somewhere between 125 and 135 watts. It should be around 1.65. Yeah, somewhere between 1.6 1.7 watts per kilo. And because this is what my watch was suggesting as well, and I found out that once I start listening to my watch, I'm actually doing better. So decided to listen to my watch a little bit more often and see what it suggests for me to do throughout the day, exercise wise. And although it didn't say anything about doing another race today, I might actually hop on in a little over an hour on the Race Scotland Stage 2. But yeah, that really depends on how how we're doing after this warm-up, after this this ride here. I'm also not opposed to the idea of just taking it really slow, and after this badge hunting ride to maybe just do another one and, you know, unlock like 2 badges. Also not opposed to that idea, so we'll see. I aim to do, you know, at least like 50k when I'm on the bike and per day. And yesterday I didn't do that, but it was simply a long warm-up, like long, maybe 10k, then the race, 3k, another 10k for cool down, and yeah, then I had like a 6-minute spin before the second TT, but I didn't record it. I was just on the trainer shaking my legs, and then another 3 or 4k for the second TT. So yeah, far below 30 kilometers for yesterday. But if there's no race, then should be able to do maybe 50k. We'll see. Just saw that my watch was not recording the heart rate. Yeah, now we are back. Anyhow, so you see lots of people overtaking us, which is to be expected at the pace we are going. What a power. But that never bugged me before, and so this won't bug me today either. I might be mistaken, but this looks awfully similar to the to go towards Road to Sky, the Alp to Zwift. Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah, so yeah, I think it would be go straight and then turn right. But yeah, we are not going to do that today. I know I still owe you a video on optimizing or calculating the time to go up to Zwift. I made like this. Yeah, it's a very easy Excel sheet where I essentially put some blocks in of intervals of like high and low intensity. Do that 3 times, and I adjusted those levels so that I can get, first was below 80 minutes and below 75 minutes and then 70 minutes, and it worked very well. And yeah, I'll probably have to redo the 70 minutes, but I also want to make sure that I can actually finish the workout, so I might just do one at 75 and show you how I calculated everything, how I put that into a workout, and then hopefully how I managed to finish the workout in time and make it up the Alp to Zwift below the advertised time. Yeah, so far I really like this route. Yeah, so this area here I have not been to. I do like the appearance of jungle, waterfalls, and yeah, it might have been even a good idea to take a gravel bike. because there seems to be an awful lot of gravel. But yeah, we are on the uranium nuclear with the Swift wheels. Those are the, I think, one of the lowest wheels, or the wheels that you can unlock at the lowest level. And yeah, they've been very, very good to me. Have been doing their work quite nicely. Oh, thank you, Davies. Thanks for the ride-on. I really love Zwift for this. That you give ride-ons, you receive ride-ons. Really love that camaraderie and the social aspect of this platform. Anyways, I'm pretty sure you know what's coming. But if you want to send me a ride-on, then of course meet up with me on Zwift or find me on Strava, follow me, and then whenever you see me online, just tag in and tag along, and yeah, join me on my rides. I would really, really like that. In the meantime, if you are not following me yet on Strava or Zwift, feel free to, maybe hit that button, the subscription for the channel, leave a thumbs up, or like a YouTube ride-on, as I call them. Leave a comment if you like any of the videos, or if you would like to see videos about different routes or what else I could do, please let me know in the comments below. I do respond to comments. There are not many these days, but hopefully that will change. Anyhow, ooh, beautiful. I love those panning views. There's one on the Box Hill KOM near the finish as well. That just looks really, really nice. I'm very happy to see that they implemented that here as well. All right. So apparently we're turning right here, going on to the Mayan loop reverse. All right, let's see what it has. Yeah, we're probably coming out where it's probably part of this route where when you come down from Alp to Zwift, and then at the bottom there's either a left or a right, and if you turned right, then you're actually going through like some sort of like groove with water, and also looks very nice. I would assume is that we're heading in this direction, but let's see. Again, haven't been on this route. As shown earlier, this is brand new to me as well. And I'm very happy that I can share this with you and hopefully get one or the other of you out on the bike onto Zwift or go out in real life, weather permitting. And yeah, let me know if you are a regular Zwifter or if you prefer riding outdoors. In general, I would think I know that I'd enjoy riding outdoors much more compared to riding indoors. But living in China, especially in the winter, when the air quality is not the best, I do really appreciate the opportunity to get onto Zwift. Just put on the air purifier in the room and yeah, then get going. Very easy to churn out the kilometers and, you know, try to stay fit or get back to fitness. Yeah, really love Zwift. Only started in October last year, and yeah, never really looked back. Have been struggling a little bit at the beginning of the year. Some health related issues, like got COVID for the second time beginning of the year. Then had some stomach, digestion system related issues a couple of weeks after that. And yeah, that took me out for quite some time and trying to get back into shape. The trajectory at the end of last year was actually quite nice. And then vacation and 2 times health issue that just didn't help. And no, yeah, just running after our form. But it's all good. We have all year to get better. And we certainly aim to do that with a lot of personal bests on distance and on power, on climbing. Yeah. Anyways. So if you want to come on the ride, again, just subscribe. And I put out about maybe 4 or 5 videos per week. I will definitely record every race. And yeah, some of these rides, like this one here as well, like a badge hunting ride that you can also use for recon purposes. So if you ever have a race, TT, or even a ride on segments of this particular loop or course, then, you know, just have a look at the video. I will try to put timestamps in the bottom to tell you where exactly you are on the course, at what time, and if there's a, you know, a KOM or sprint, I usually put those in. I haven't done it in my first videos, but this is probably something we learn as we improve, you know, with uploading videos, with editing, putting more information in, making it look a little bit nicer, stuff like that. I'm also planning on making my own jerseys and pants, bib shorts for TIGHT cycling. For those who don't know, TIGHT is an acronym that stands for "This is gonna hurt tremendously." And I usually give my rides a TIGHT score ranging from 1 to 10. And, you know, I have to come up with some clever descriptions of those levels. But essentially, I don't know, level 1 would probably be something like, you know, only death is more relaxing, or only sleep is more relaxing, something like this. And then a 10 out of 10 would be, you know, yeah, death is knocking on your door. So it feels like you're gonna be ripped apart. So the highest I had so far was 8 out of 10. Those were the 2 races yesterday and 1 race prior to that. Yeah, and by the way, I think here up to the left is where Alpe Zwift would be. But yeah, I'm very happy we're not going there today, because yeah, that's quite a climb. Anyhow, where was I? Yeah, Alpe Zwift. Not happening today. Lost my train of thought. That's one of the things that will happen to you once you get older. Anyways, yeah, again, sorry. Lost my train of thoughts, not quite sure where I was. But probably had to do something with all those rides. Yeah, it will come back to me if it was important. But so at least my sense of direction was like somewhat on, as I was thinking, oh, we should come out in this area here. Oh yeah, I think I was actually saying things about the improved quality of videos, uploading, editing, these kind of things. Yeah, and me trying to get some jerseys and pants, bike shorts. That's one of the good things on being in China, that you can actually get everything very quickly and for a really good deal. I mean, I was also told when I was younger, oh, you know, Chinese quality is bad. Have to say, cannot say that. At least I can't. There were certainly things when that I bought off the internet here that, yeah, I should have maybe not bought or have bought, or where the quality was actually quite poor. But that can happen to you anywhere. And at least in those rare instances when that happens, you haven't spent a lot of money. But I want to say 95% of the time you get very good quality for a decent, if not a fantastic price. I bought lots of different bike jerseys, and I think the most expensive ones I bought were maybe 22 euros, 23 euros, something like that. And they are fantastic. So bib shorts is a slightly different story. There I've had some that, yeah, where the chamois is just not good. But it essentially came with, I got 2 jerseys, which I really love, and the quality is fantastic. And for, I think, an additional 15 euros, I could get those pants. So I figured, okay, why not? And they are probably okay for like an indoor session where you're not on the bike for, you know, hours upon hours. So for like short races, or absolutely fine. But yeah, there you can actually feel the difference, and there maybe you want to spend a little bit more just to ensure that you get yeah, good quality. All right, so we are 9 kilometers in, so 1/3 is done, and we have about 1/4 of the climbing done, which means that we'll probably be done in about 1:15 or so, which is going to be very tight with that race. But yeah, if that doesn't fit time-wise, then I can either decide to do that race later and or doing another ride on the route that we haven't unlocked yet. So we'll see. But as for the power, we are right on 130, which is great. And my watch was telling me to do that for 1:15 today, which is also something that seems like we are on track of doing. So far, very successful ride. Ooh, I think, making a fashion statement again. It's that time. I actually just realized that I forgot to turn on the light. So I hope that you can see me all right. For the race, if I participate in that, I will definitely turn on the light. At the moment, it still seems to be bright enough outside. But, it's like 5:30 in the evening here. So it's gonna get dark soonish. All right. Yeah, as I said, I love these attention to detail in all of these worlds. I think some of them are better than others, but all in all, they do really look fantastic. Every now and then you might see, some glitches here and there, especially on the, on the tarmac or on the side of the road. Or I remember Mercury Island, some of those planks you're riding over, they seem to have like some glitches there. But yeah, like all the small things here are very well made. It doesn't look, at least it's not obvious that, things repeat themselves. I'm sure they took sections of the asphalt and, essentially copy pasted that along the way. But at least it is not so obvious for the player to get bored with this or see, it's just a repeat of the same asphalt that I had the last 5 kilometers. Also, the The flora and fauna seems to be quite diverse, which is really, really nice, because that just adds to the experience of, you know, feeling as if you are out and about. Another very neat feature is the ability to meet up with friends. I used that with a friend of mine from Germany, where, you know, we essentially rode, actually we did out to Zwift, which was a mistake on my part to agree to this, because he's a very strong rider and I was struggling. Not to say that I was like almost dead. Anyway, so then we talked to each other on the phone and saw each other. We were essentially riding right next to one another for the whole time. And yeah, that was just really cool. There's maybe one suggestion to Zwift, to maybe if you have a what's it called, like a meetup with a group of friends, to tap into the audio on their laptop or on in the app, and actually like have a purpose built channel for those guys on that ride, so they can communicate without, you know, having to call, let's say, to have each other on a kind of like a conference call. Would be nice if this was implemented into the game. I'm sure there's like an easy way to do that with Discord, but it just would be nice if it was implemented on Zwift's end, and, you know, once you join the ride, you would also be joined via voice over IP. Of course, would be important to maybe have a mute button, because I'm pretty sure that the others would not enjoy me, you know, throwing up or you know, dying on the bike. Although, come to think of it, I think most of my friends would absolutely enjoy that. Having me like hurling and you know, being near death and experiencing that with me, because they do that in rides anyways, right? Me bitching and moaning. So why not implement that here on Zwift directly? Would be a cool feature. Also, I'm sure that has been suggested to Zwift ever since they had more than 3 worlds, to just open up the world, all of them at the same time. I'm not sure if there are limitations server side or, you know, bandwidth side wise, or I do not know, but I'm sure that would be solvable if one wished for it to be solvable. It is just that all these fantastic worlds that are out there, some of them you can only, you know, gain access to every 10 days or so. I mean, the small ones like, you know, Yorkshire, Richmond, not that I want to race on them every day or bike on them, but it would just be nice to have this option. Also, it would make it much easier to do some batch hunting, because yeah, as you saw today, there is Paris and France is open. Paris is done, and in France there's essentially 2 routes that are very tough because of lots of vertical meters, La Reine and Ventop, that I didn't want to do today, and one more that has some 64 or so kilometers, which is also quite a time commitment, you know, 2.5 hours, I would think, if I go around the course as I do today, 130, 140 watts. Yeah, so, and then it would only leave 1 world. And the more routes you have done, the more likely it will be that you essentially have only some unridden routes in 1 world. And thankfully in Watopia I still have lots of routes that I haven't ridden yet, but that will also change. And then there will be either only very long ones available, or some with incredible amounts of climbing. And if you don't want to do that on that day, yeah, then you're in bad luck. Anyhow. So I'm trying to keep an eye out for like a sprint or like some banner where we could pick up a new power-up, because I would definitely need to make sure that before that I use the drafting boost that we have. Yeah, this is definitely gravel. We are going 2% down. I'm doing 130 watts and we do 30 kilometers an hour. On asphalt, I think we would be in our 40s. But anyways, I might have misjudged that a little bit. So we'll see. So maybe when we're at the bottom, I might just switch on the lights, because I'm not sure if it's getting too dark for the video. So let me just go So this is like we have exactly half. So give me 1 second. I'll just go off real quick and turn on the light. All right, and we're back. That was quick. That's what she said. And we are back. That was quick. That's what she said. Yeah, sorry, I was repeating myself because I realized that the microphone was not attached to me. And I wasn't sure if you could hear this perfect "that's what she said" joke. And of course, I didn't want you to miss it. So that's why I said it again. Yeah, that is another area where I will probably invest to get like a proper camera, because at the moment I record through my webcam, like my built-in webcam on the laptop, and it's supposed to do 1080, but I think yeah, a purpose-built webcam from a reputable brand would probably still do a slightly better job, but yeah, we'll see. This all started simply because my friend, she's a yoga teacher, a very, very good one, and she started putting videos out on YouTube, gathering a following, giving classes, recording classes and selling them. And although that is not really my idea or my purpose of this channel, because I don't think that this will ever blow into something big, but it is more for me to have like a record of what I've been doing. If I have been improving, hopefully it will show that in some time. And yeah, stay in contact with friends, show them what I've been up to, stay in contact with family who lives in Germany, to say, hey, I went on a ride the other day, did X amount of kilometers, was completely destroyed. This is how I looked. My parents, they definitely enjoy that. So anyways, and then I just decided, okay, let's try to see how far I can get with essentially free equipment, or with what I have. That includes the video editing software, the software to record the screen and the webcam, microphone. And again, it's one of the great things about China. This microphone, for instance, that costs, I think it's like 13 euros. And I think it does a great job. Of course, it is, it's tethered to the laptop. It's just a little inconvenient, but I'm not moving that much, so for me it's probably okay. My friend in yoga, she can't have that, so she actually requires wireless microphones, and she got like really good ones from the probably market leader. And then you're looking at, you know, let's say 2 microphones, 2 receivers, probably looking at like 300 euros. And yeah, that was, for me, that was just not worth it, at least not yet. But I do really enjoy this, not only writing, but then sharing it afterwards with the world. And it still takes me way too long to actually edit the videos. But my hope is that, first of all, that I get better at it with time. And second of all, that some parts can be automated. Like, you know, if I always put the same things in, then maybe in the video editing software, there's the button where you can say, okay, look, the final stats of the ride, I don't know, I always put them like 23 seconds before the end of the video, and always have it on this part of the screen, in this size, stuff like that. I'm sure it can be optimized to some degree. Anyways, so now we don't go to the right to up to Zwift, but we go back into the groove where we actually came out from earlier. And I do see like a banner at the top right of the screen. There it comes. There's like a finishing banner. So I use the drafting boost now, just so that we can pick up a new power up when we go through there. Also, you probably have seen briefly on the bottom left that I was prompted to go to the race if I want to. It starts in half an hour. That was the race that I was talking about earlier, the stage 2 of Race Scotland. And I actually do feel okay enough to participate. But to be honest, I don't think that we'll make it in time to participate. Yeah, I should have gotten onto the bike maybe 10-15 minutes earlier. But I was just mopping around and, you know, getting my drinks ready, and yeah. And honestly didn't think that this would take that long. But yeah, doing 130 watts, it's one of the issues. And the other one is that the road surface is not helping. And there's also like, you know, 240, 250 vertical meters of climbing. That will definitely slow us down as well. But if I feel really desperate, this ride will happen again at 8. And there's also the Team Spirit, Electric Spirit race. They have very short sprint races. And today it's actually on a very flat course. I think it's only 8 or 9 kilometers. So that would be another very nice alternative for later. And that one starts 8:15 my time. So I guess in like 10-15 minutes or so I will see if there's anything available that starts right now. Because I certainly don't want to make the same mistake as yesterday, where I, cool down and still being sweaty, don't take a shower, and then just run around in shorts, and then the muscles get cold. And when you then later ping them and say, hey, you're willing to do some work, they're like, nah, not really. Should have treated us better. Should have kept us warm. Yeah, don't want that. Don't want that to happen. All right, so that seems to be actually its own segment here, the jungle loop. Obviously, also the first time we are on here. Yeah, we are not going to use the power up just yet. We'll wait for some steeper sections. Although, as always, I'm actually not sure if they're coming. But, thanks, Hamidi. Thanks for the power up. Sorry, for the ride on. Much appreciated. Also hope you're having a good day on Zwift today. Some good rides. If you do some racing, best of luck to you. Wish you all the best in all of your rides. So the guy behind us, Burgos, he seems to be coming in very quickly. So let's give him a ride on, or her. If you know what flag that is, let me know. If I had to guess, I don't know. I want to say somewhere Caribbean, like Puerto Rico maybe, or Dominican Republic. Don't know. If you do know, share in the comments below, please. All right, we're actually 2/3 done. Oh, thank you, Burgos. Much appreciated. Have a lovely ride. You seem to be flying at 3.1 watts per kilo. Very nice. Yeah, 3.1 is what I assume my FTP is. I've done a ramp test, and I stopped it a little bit prematurely, so I could have probably eked out a couple more watts. But anyways, that one was also done at the higher weight. So adjusted for my weight now with the same power would actually be 3.1 watts per kilo. But I don't think that I could actually hold this for an hour. Yeah, yesterday on this very short crit circuit race. My plan was actually on this TT. My plan was actually to have 4 watts per kilo on average for the ride, and I actually managed to get 3.9, but not quite 4. And since it was less than 5 minutes, it also didn't count towards my 5 minutes power, which is a shame, because I think my previous best was 3.5 or so, and then close to 4 would have been quite a big step up. Anyways, nothing stops us from doing that again. Would just be good to see some of those numbers go up. And I guess the 5 minutes at 4 watts, I would be very, very happy with that. All right. So we are going back on the Mayan loop. I'm actually looking if there's any KOM or so. We'll get a new power up. Doesn't look like it. So let's see if there's like a 5, 6, 7% where we can use the power up. Okay, let's just use the power up here. All right, so I'm actually in zone 2 for the whole ride, it seems, except for the warm-up. Yeah, actually the majority of the ride has been in zone 1 at 37 minutes. And now for the last 16.5 minutes, we have been in zone 2. Not too bad. Sorry, I got a little distracted because I was listening to a message. So 1/4 to go. Which means we are aiming at about 1 hour 20. Which means that we'll definitely not be able to participate in that race. Thank you, Kobayashi, for the ride-on. So, because that one starts in 10 minutes. There's a time trial that actually starts in 20 minutes. That we can do. Try to better our time. Tempting. Very tempting. But even that is going to be tough to make, because it starts in 19 minutes. Let's see, when we have a little bit better idea of when we are done with this ride, then maybe there's still enough time to sign up for the TT. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can actually better my time, but at least I would have some idea of what I could do in order to be faster. And this is to essentially increase the power on the climbs. This seems to be where the most time was lost. Yeah. So I think I would maybe take a watt or 2 off of the flats, but then try to first of all carry the speed into the climbs a little bit better, and also put more power down on the uphill. So I reckon it is possible for us to do a sub 4:30, which would be great. It would still not be enough to beat the guy from our first time trial, a German guy. He put down a time of 4:24, which is very impressive. And for that, I think we need to be at like 4.1, 4.2 watts per kilo. And I don't think that this is possible at the moment. But, you know, it's always something to look forward to or to try to achieve. But first we have to finish this ride. And then we can think about what's next. We have been going a little bit up and down on the average power, but now we are bang on 130 again, which was kind of like the goal all along. So this is very nice that we actually managed to do that. $5K to go. I think Gain here, our Australian friend we saw earlier as well. Hello again. Maybe I should go back on the map and, you know, spread some joy with some ride-ons. Korean compatriot here. Try to catch up with him and stay in his draft for a little while. Okay, he doesn't like that. He seems to be sprinting away. That's fine, then we're not going to bother him. Yeah, some people, they just don't like it to be drafted off. I couldn't care less. So if you ever see me Zwifting and you just want to grab a wheel for, you know, some relaxation, feel free anytime. So 4K. So the race Scotland just starts right now. Best of luck to everyone. I will join you some other time. Still have this whole week to put a time down to be counted towards the overall standings. Hopefully we can do that more than once. Same as with the TT, just to see if we can improve upon our time. All right, 3K to go. That also looks like a very cool bridge or underpass to go through. Really well done. Yeah, so this one is certainly more like asphalt because the speed increased quite a bit compared to the gravel that was further up the mountain. Reborn Pilates. Very nice name. Hope you're having a really good ride. All right, so there's a little bit more climbing here. %. 2K left. Yeah, you can tell that I'm pedaling a little bit harder now, simply because there's a decent chance we make it to the time trial. We have about 10 minutes left. There's this beautiful view again. right. I think that might have been it with climbing. Yeah, let's see if we finish this in style and then still have enough time to go over to the pens for the time trial, and more importantly, change the bike and the wheels. Because I do think on such a short course, aero really rules, and so you'd really like to optimize your aero performance by getting the fastest bike you have. In my case, it's this Canyon Speedmax, and the fastest wheels, which in our case at the moment is the Zwift 808s. All right, less than a K. At least we are warmed up quite nicely now. All right, we can see the finish, which is going to be in this in those grooves here, or a grotto. Okay. Yeah, we will finish that ride and then go up to 26K just to take those extra 20 XP points. But all in all, yet another fantastic route. Very beautifully designed, very easy to ride at 130 watts. For us, 1.7 watts per kilo. It takes about 1 hour 20. You can most likely do that in less than an hour if you want. So definitely recommend that. And yeah, hope that you're getting out either in real life or virtual in Zwift, or for all I care RGT, the Wahoo equivalent to Zwift. Just get out, get on the bike, enjoy the sport, and yeah, that's all I can say. Anyways, we still have 5 minutes. We unlocked the route. We got 385 XP extra, which is fantastic. So I finish here on 27K, and then I will go over to the racing pen. But yeah, if you enjoy content like this, then of course consider subscribing. Liking the video would help, leaving a comment. I promise I will respond. And yeah, in the meantime, I hope you enjoy riding. Thanks for joining me on this ride. Always feels nice to know that some people might have some benefits from watching those videos. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, leave a comment, and then we'll see what we can do with that. For now, just remember, ride hard, have fun, tight. So, tight cycling out, and I will see you in the next video. Take care for now. Bye bye.